Hi. Hi. Oh, oh god, I'm still not fully recovered, but what a wonderful week. If I ever say here DN say VTuber community, I'm going to throw my head against in disgust. Oh, I hate the VTuber community. Actually, the word VTuber community shouldn't and doesn't even exist, TBH. It shouldn't exist. There is no such thing as a VTuber community, because the VTuber code community is a collection of different sub-communities just jumbled on top of each other under this umbrella term known as VTubing, and we all just kind of try to not kill each other. Oh shit! Douglas Diaz, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. And SL the F Might, thank you for joining memberships. Massive appreciate. We like that. Thank you so much. I'm a professional VTuber hater. I am too, TBH. I am too. Oh god. So, okay. How do we wanna go about this, okay? We're going to talk about the streamer awards just a little bit. Not exactly like the other parts of the streamer awards that may or may not include, like, you know, the Asmongold shit against, like, the accusations against QT, the whole QT being threatened with sexual harassment or like actual assault, the leaks that went through and shit like that. Chats aren't working. Oh wait, what? Oh, let me see. Oh, there we go. Should work now. Who and what? Yeah, I know, right? Like, top TBH chat, like, we did vote for like the streamer awards like 2 weeks ago. We didn't know half of those people, TBH. Like, we are so stuck in our own little hole in VTubing that we don't know a lot of people that have like 1 million plus viewers and shit. And like 1 million plus subscribers. Like, we didn't know any of that. Like, bro is crazy. I still don't know them. I don't know either. I don't know too. So we're not going to like necessarily talk about a lot of them. What we are going to mostly talk about is like the resulting fallout of the streamer awards, right? Or specifically about the VTuber award, like the VTuber of the year category. I talked. Hold on. Let me just go over to my Opera GX real quick. Okay. Oh shit! I should probably adjust this. Give me a sec. Okay, so I talked about the VTuber award, like the disaster fest that happened in the VTuber award like 2 days ago. Very fresh, like just very fresh before it all happened, right? And in general, my take was basically I don't really give a shit about like the VTuber award. I think it's like a stupid LA circle jerking event. It's not necessarily representative of streaming as a whole, especially for VTubing. I don't expect them to know anything about VTubing at all. Yes, Peanut won. No, I don't think Peanut is a VTuber. No, he's not my VTuber of the year. But I don't really care because I don't care about this award show in the first place. And I think if Iron Mouse or anyone from Hololive wins, it would have been a boring show anyway. So just support who you want to support, yada 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 yada. Right? So I'm basically trying to give off the general sentiment of who gives a shit. Right? Like, but then that drama exploded. Okay? That drama absolutely exploded. Because like after that, I thought, but we don't know who is the guy. So basically the Peanut was like somebody that did do this sort of like setup for his streams, and he wasn't really popular until like February of this year. February of this year was when he absolutely exploded as a streamer. But you know, aside from that, it's the reason why 2025 is kind of his like rising point and why there's a lot of recognition for him. But yeah, mainly after Arc Raiders. Yeah, exactly. So it's okay if you don't know him. I didn't know him until like a month ago too. Okay, so after that whole like drama happened, Iron Mouse tweeted this and even briefly covered it during I even briefly covered it during when I made my video, saying she says me cringing at all the people that are mad that Peanut won. Every VTuber in that category deserved to be there. And obviously, responses are mixed, right? Because yes, some people are like supporting him, but at the same, even Burnt Peanut said thank you to Iron Mouse. But then there's other people like this guy saying, yeah, I'm not gonna support him. Blah blah blah. He doesn't consider himself to be a VTuber. His community doesn't like VTubing. Blah blah blah. Like the community is divided around this topic. Okay, very divided. And then I would show more tweets basically crashing the fuck out about like everything that happened in this drama, in this like absolute disaster of a VTuber award show. Look, I go to home, right? I go home, and then every single one of here is going to be about Peanut. Yeah, there we go. Mizu complaining about Peanut. 400k views, by the way. Holy shit. Yeah, we're going to talk about this one. Give me a sec. Duplicate. We're going to talk about that one later. Okay? Let's see. We're gonna ignore some of that one. Oh, Peanut. Dark with the Peanut. Shy Lily Virus about Peanut. Okay, that's not about Peanut. Let's see. Oh, yep, this is about Peanut, by the way. Yep. Okay, Baby No Money, I don't care. This one's about Peanut. This one's about... Oh, okay, not that one. Oh, this is based. I'm gonna throw this a like. Yeah. Oh, Peanut. 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 Yeah. Well, that's not about Peanut, but like basically, like everyone is talking about this Peanut situation. Okay, we are doing the awards. Yes, we are doing the awards, but basically everyone is talking about the Peanut situation, and it's either them supporting Peanut or defending Peanut, or them shitting on Peanut, or like and trying to gatekeep VTubing, right? And in general, it's a very divisive hot button topic right now. I think people are gonna remember this for a long time. So anyway, when Iron Mouse said this, right, like obviously there is backlash, but then she doubled down, basically saying, I have people trying to convince me he's bad. He said he hates VTubers, and all I see are clips of him doing bits. Is the hatred in the room with us? So we look at this, and yeah, people are also still divided. Yep. You shouldn't have doubled down. People are getting upset and triggered over Peanut. Playing therapist to the VTuber salt mines. Repulsive alien hysterics. Yeah. Yep. Yep. People either shitting on VTubers or shitting on Peanut, right? Then that's basically it. That's basically it. It's simple. I hate annoying orange and I hate that Peanut. Oh, I'm sure. Okay, so I do believe I have seen before I did the stream, I have seen the clips where Peanut or where people were claiming that Peanut hates VTubers and shit like that. I do believe that it's a clip. I don't think he actually hates VTubing, but I think like a vocal minority of his audience does. But that vocal minority is still enough of a proof that VTubing is not ready for the greater world. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to get into that later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I think. We can all agree that the Streamer Awards was garbage for VTubing, right? Right? Like we can all agree with this, right? Oh, and by the way, streamer charts. Hold on before I get into that. Drink more? Oh shit, you're right. So streamer charts, VTubers, VTuber category now included Peanut after the event with Cutie Cinderella. Peanut was never here before, and for some reason now he is, and people were super upset at that. Come on, where was it? Where was it? Come on, dude. Fuck it. Here's what I'm gonna do. VTuber. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So Peanut was way larger before this, but they only started counting Peanut after this award show. And really, I think that's like the inherent, like, the after effect of like him being considered in the VTuber award now. His position as a VTuber is being legitimized, and me personally, I don't think he is. Right? Like, okay, again, we're going to get back into this, okay? We can all agree that the Streamer Awards was garbage for VTubing, right? We have this tweet with Rima where QT, like, people in general in this award show was super disdainful towards VTubing. It's obvious that these people and the organizers and the people that even edited the Hololive, like John Hololive, you know, the person that, that guy that appeared in the Hololive section that was supposed to be for Hololive was not actually anyone from Hololive, right? It's all very clear that they don't like VTubing, okay? Like, it's very, I don't even think that it's, I don't even think that's debatable at this point. It's very clear they don't like VTubing, or they look down on it, or they don't, like, think that it's a serious matter. I'm not talking about this with Peanut, I'm talking about this with the General Streamer Awards, right? So for VTubing, they did not represent the genre very well. It was garbage. I would rather they did not have a VTuber award at all, right? But basically, the reason why I think Peanut is not a VTuber is basically the same way anime and cartoons are not the same thing, right? They are not the same thing. Yes, by definition, these two are the same things, right? Because anime literally means animations or cartoons, but there are core, fundamentally different cultures that separate the two. Do I care about Peanut winning VTuber of the Year? No, not really. It's a stupid LA clique award show circle jerking themselves. Who cares? I said that straight up in my Sagi V2 video. Do I think Peanut is a VTuber again? No. I said a long time ago, even back during like last fucking year, by the way, like back in like one of my earlier videos, I said that I don't consider Annoying Orange to be a VTuber. It was, I think I said it here in my, where was it? Yeah, here in my Origins of VTuber video, I straight up say here that I don't think Annoying Orange is a VTuber. So my opinion is actually consistent. Peanut winning VTuber of the Year is like if Courage the Cowardly Dog won Anime of the Decade. Is Courage the Cowardly Dog a masterpiece? Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Is it a cartoon? Yes, technically, because it's drawn animation. Is it anime? Absolutely not. The same way that I think Peanut is an entertaining dude, I think Courage the Cowardly Dog is a masterpiece. I think he deserves an award. I told you guys, I've known of him before the Streamer Awards even announced who he is. But I don't think VTuber of the Year is not it. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he even hates VTubing. I said that already. His community is a bunch of edgy kids that hate VTubers, including Iron Mouse, and they think Iron Mouse is one of the good ones, but I think he's okay. Obviously, that's not all of his community. Like I said earlier, that's like a vocal minority. But I don't pin this dumpster fire drama on him. In fact, I don't even care that he said, like, there were a lot of people that were angry at Iron Mouse. Look, right? Like, we go over here, we go over on the quote retweets. We're going to see a lot of people that were very angry because, yeah, like example for this one, that were very angry because, like, Iron Mouse, I'm sorry, not Iron Mouse, Peanut got banned at one point because he said the F word that means raging homosexual. If not a VTuber, then what is he? Oh, we're going to get into that later. We're going to get into that later because I've started categorizing this shit already, okay? I think a better comparison would be Avatar: The Last Airbender and any other anime. Oh, that is 100% true. Yeah. So, yeah, look. We have this over here. How Iron Mouse moving for this slur-slinging... slur-slinging chatster goes hard. I see the SpongeBob reference. Like, look, chat. Every single retweet is people disagreeing with Mouse. Yeah. So, and if... In my opinion, right? This is my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with this. But in my opinion, if you don't really get the... Like, if you don't really understand that he is not a VTuber, like you don't get the distinction, I would actually think you're approaching this topic in a disingenuous way, or maybe you may not be thinking about this too deeply, nor do I think that you should, or maybe you're just stupid. It's one of the three, right? It's one of the three. Because if you don't understand this, then it's no wonder why people are upset at you from the VTuber side, and why in the normie side, people don't respect you. I think Peanut is an anthropomorph, not a VTuber. Oh, I already even made up like a term for him, right? I even made up a term for him. Yeah. But we'll get into that later. Thank you, Midas, by the way. Yeah. And, but this hate that I am talking about are... Okay, how do I want to say this? I am frankly quite upset, or maybe not upset, but like I'm miffed, right? I'm miffed that a lot of VTubers who are so are so open into lowering the gates of VTubing and opening at the definition so broadly that it muddles up the meaning. And you want us to let the people who obviously hate us in. I'm not referring to, I want to clarify this, right? Because people are going to think that I hate Peanut or whatever, even though I've literally said people have because of this video of mine, my Sagi V2 video, people are thinking I'm defending Peanut, or I'm defending his win, but I'm not. So I want to clarify again for the third time in the stream. I'm not referring to Peanut. I don't think he hates VTubers. I think he just likes to rage bait, and one ironic comment was taken too literally by his fans and the industry at large. But this hate that I am talking about is about the greater normies outside of VTubing, right? And again, yes, the part of this is like that small fraction of Peanut's community. I said this some time ago in an old video too. The culture holds up the structure of what VTubing is supposed to be. Our culture, VTubing's culture. Yes, VTubing is supposed to be inherently a Japanese coded culture. Kizuna Ai coined the term. People that followed her steps inherited it. The fans are otakus, the weirdos, the nerds, and the losers who are inhabiting it. Months ago, Peanut wouldn't even count himself as a VTuber, but because big creators on the streaming and Twitch side decided to snap their fingers and say you're a VTuber now he suddenly is. I don't care about Peanut winning VTuber of the year. I already said that in this video of mine. But the discord around it is what pissed me off. The whole discord basically boiled down to the whole gatekeeping of VTubing. And you guys know my stance around I don't know if some of you guys know my stance about gatekeeping, but I'm sure some of you do. And I'm actually more so in the leaning towards, yes, gatekeeping VTubing, right? Outside VTubing, we've always been disrespected outside the industry by normies, by people who don't get it, all and every single time. We are being asked to let these people in, to just accept them, okay? And I don't think I want to do that. And I thought some people would accept, because a lot of these VTubers, which include Iron Mouse, are getting bombarded by these same normies. Like, I say we gatekeep. We're going to get into that later, because my opinion on gatekeeping is a little bit more nuanced than that, right? Nusagi, what hate are you talking about? Oh, okay, we're going to get... Okay, so for one, Kitsu is getting harassed right now. And for two, look at this. This sub is currently being brigaded by burnt Peanut fans. Okay, this is the virtual... shit, sorry. Let me adjust this real quick. This is the virtual YouTuber subreddit. Okay, and if we go into their subreddit, scrolling down at their shit, this is what they think of us. Imagine being a 40-year-old man who pretends to be a big titty VTuber with a voice changer and being mad that a guy who used a Snapchat filter is more polarizing than you. Okay? We have more... shit like this. Right? Shit like this. Yeah, if you read the response, they're just salty and gatekeeping because it's not a big boob anime girl, and the rest of the nominees literally just congratulated the nut man. People really congratulating Peanut are not necessarily accepting of this or even indulging of this, I would like to think. I think they're just being a good sport. Iron Mouse is usually like the lightning rod of the criticism because she's the one who's taking it a step above. Right? Yeah. What the fuck? A grown adult speaking like a 9-year-old girl while using an avatar with giant fake boobs didn't win? This is a joke. Right? Chat, you have to remember, these are the people, how do I want to say this? These are what people think of us. Okay? These are what people think of us. Look, and I think this guy summarized it in a way that I don't think I'm able to say. This is so succinct. VTuber and VTubers should be happy that normies hate them and think they are cringe. Oh, they treat us like a joke. Good. Why do you want these fucking people to come into your hobby? So I can destroy it like any other hobby. True. We don't want gentrification in our... I don't think we want gentrification in the industry. I don't think we want enshittification. And look at this, look at this Bampor dude, okay? I'm actually glad all the VTubers are upset about Peanut. It's not a joke to me. A lot of you are perverts and freaks. There is a non-zero overlap between VTubers and lolly hentai fans, and that alone should be punishable by death sentence. These are what they think of you VTuber fans, okay? This is what they think of you VTubers. Yeah. Like, these people. We have more over here. Kill all VTubers. FU F-word. Yeah, and these. Obviously, again, these are like a small minority from Peanut's like audience, but they are still significant. These has this whole drama with Peanut only like gave a microphone to these people. These people have already existed for a long time now. 100%. This is how they think of you. This is how they see you. Jinxie, hold on, let me see. Jinxie thought Iron Mouse was cringe. And she's laughing at this. Like, I'm sorry, Mouse. I'm sorry, Mouse, okay? She's laughing at this. Mouse, they're not laughing at with you. They're laughing at you. I don't understand why, like, she doesn't see this. And at the very least, acknowledge it. Because it's fine to be the big man and tank it, but this is not it. Iron Mouse has done a lot for VTubing. And in general, is still a positive force in the sphere. But this isn't one of those moments. Right? Like, I think the criticism against her general sentiment is valid. I don't care about Peanut winning. I care about how the show looked down on VTubers, and you can feel the disdain against things anime every year. I understand the purpose of gatekeeping more. Yeah, as you should. Dian, I am 100% sure she knows this. Then why would she do this? I don't know if Iron Mouse knows this, because if it were, at least if it were me, I wouldn't comment on this. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm all about welcoming some people in. Okay, here's my opinion about gatekeeping, okay? Here's my opinion on gatekeeping. I'm all about welcoming some people in. I'm leaning towards gatekeeping when it comes to VTubing, but I believe that VTubing should be open for the people that actually wants to explore it. Some few communities and some fair bits of people out there that want to learn or partake in our strange customs and like our weird shenanigans and are very open-minded towards the things that we do. Because I do believe people can and will learn. We have seen that. We have seen people who used to be absolute tourists. We have seen people that didn't necessarily understand or like a lot of the things about VTubing, and I have seen them get converted. I have seen normies get converted. But just opening the dam is not something I like to see. Letting a huge swash of normies in is just a bad idea. Lowering the gates like this so suddenly and so casually is like... Obviously, nobody is actually doing the lowering the gates. Wait, actually, no. There is actually a lowering of the gates. Because, you know, people now are legitimizing this. Right? And I think this is why a lot of people fundamentally disagree with Iron Mouse. I don't... obviously, there are going to be weirdos that are gonna send her death threats and shit like that. But I think that's why the criticism against her sentiment is like kind of valid. Because she is more closer to the Twitch normie side of streaming than anyone else. And she is the biggest Twitch VTuber. So to a certain extent, she serves as kind of the bridge that connects both worlds. I don't necessarily agree with the sentiment that Iron Mouse really wants to be in on the LA clique, or that she wants to suck up to these people. Like, I don't think Iron Mouse wants to do that. I think Iron Mouse wants to represent like a positive, opening, welcome force in the industry. She wants VTubing to be for everyone, and I do, while even if I disagree with that sentiment, I respect it. I think it's disingenuous to think that Iron Mouse wants to suck up and like bootlick the LA influencer clique. I don't think that's the case. Iron Mouse consistently has been like this from the very beginning. She's just that kind of a wholesome person. But I think that kind of wholesomeness is easily taken advantage of. Right? And because she is the bridge that connects both worlds, she is the biggest VTuber in Twitch. She is the first thing a lot of streamers and streamer cultures think of when they think of VTubing. But at the same time, she's not the ultimate authority. And she never claimed to be. Her opinions aren't absolute and they can be wrong or out of touch just like anybody else's opinion can be wrong or out of touch sometimes. And again, she never claimed to speak for VTubing or say that she's the ultimate authority, but what she says or do will still affect the industry as a whole and it will still appear to outsiders and normies as if she does speak for VTubing, even if she thinks or says otherwise. Like, I think, like, that's my opinion on Iron Mouse. This kind of definition award will be used in some midwit market research to define VTubing. I hope the rejection causes enough evidence to keep that analyst from... Oh yeah, no, I agree, Super Iron Bob. I agree. Because my same response to, like, broadening the definition of VTuber to not include, like, the weeb, nerdy, Japanese coded aspect of it is this. We need to come up with a different definition for the usage of avatars that aren't VTubing, okay? Because if we put the bar of the definition so low, then everyone that has a cartoon avatar is a VTuber, okay? Fucking Saberspark is a VTuber. The Odds One Out is a VTuber. Lily Animation is a VTuber. Overly Sarcastic Productions are a VTuber duo. Think of every content creator that has a drawn or cartoon representation of themselves in the internet, they're a VTuber now. Do we want that? Do we want... I don't think we want that. I think we want to have like a separate definition for these types of people. I don't know, call them toon streamers or something. But just not the term that Kizuna Ai has used. Right? How could we go about gatekeeping VTubing then? Like, how do we check the people who don't or do not care about VTubing? Oh, there is really no... Okay, so, how do I want to say this? Let me think about how do I want to say this. Our attempts to gatekeep or preserve what little of the original culture we have is not gonna work. You can't. You actually just can't. Right? Because I'm not that delusional. 10 years from now, VTubing will be more normie friendly. There will be normies, and people will be more accepting of certain parts of the industry, while certain parts that existed now or is more welcome now will be cast off. As a negative, you can already probably imagine a lot of negatives that will happen. But as a but at the same time, it's not all bad. Like as a positive, a lot of the parts of the VTubing culture that are kind of bad are going to be reduced, right? Like the first thing I can think of right now is the whole being harassed for talking to a male thing. Chat, we are simply ahead of the curve, okay? Like all you fucks. All you fucking losers, all me fucking losers, I'm a loser too, don't worry. We are ahead of the curve, we are ahead of the trend, and that's why we are being mocked for it. This was just part of an inevitable, like part of a cycle. 10 years ago, anime was niche and cringe. Now we have Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man blockbusting the theaters. And the same will happen to VTubing. Something that has a universal appeal and a universal concept such as VTubing was never going to be gatekept successfully. Like never. It was going to happen one way or the other. Even if we could gatekeep, it's too late to gatekeep. VTubing is a niche of a niche. But the appeal isn't necessarily stuck to one core trait that can easily filter people. Like this isn't Blue Archive where the lollies are weird to normies. We have some things that are weird to normies, yes, e.g. like the lollies and certain behaviors that we celebrate and cheer. But what the normies are going to do, but because VTubing has so many like universally appealing parts of it, that what the normies are going to do are take parts of the culture that they dislike and ignore or cast off the rest. I am more adaptable than most. I think I will still enjoy VTubing 10 years from now, as long as it still resembles the culture that it represents, right? Heck, I even enjoy, like I said, chat, I even enjoy Peanuts content. But I'm still gonna complain about these fuckheads trying to get in because I am part of this industry and I consume it both as a fan and a creator. I don't want to see VTubing get like shitified. I have the self-awareness to realize that I am acting like the anime fans that were upset that these fucking normies now like anime when I used to be bullied for it. And I think that's where a lot of my anger boils down to, because it's not fair. And for one, it really muddies like the what I want to say sanctity, but sanctity is not the right word. Like the like it's just straight up disrespectful for the people that like cultivated the culture, right? Again, I don't care about him winning the award, just that this whole thing went beyond the award show. Do you think they view VTubing the same way they view furries? Oh yeah, no, dude, of course they do. They think VTubing is they think that because we like VTubing, we're fucking pedophiles. That's what they think. 100%. We already saw it. Look at this shit. Where was it? Where was these fucking people? Yeah. Thinking we're pedophiles. Brandon over here. Yeah. Yep. Let me adjust this real quick. Yep. You guys immediately associate VTuber with an infant-looking anime who grows some meows, blah blah blah. Yep. They're just mad that the VTuber that wasn't an underage girl like they are used to. Yep. They think we're pedophiles. There's a lot of prejudice here. There's a lot of... They actually just straight up don't like us. Okay? And like going back to Iron Mouse, the problem is that there are a few people in streaming and VTubing culture that thinks their favorite content creator or streamer can't do or say no wrong and will follow what they say or think. If Iron Mouse thinks that's the case, then it must be the case. In an ideal world, being overly optimistic and idealist like, hey, X belongs to everyone, X should not be gatekept, is a way to destroy your culture and your community. Because VTubing belongs to everyone, this culture cannot belong to everyone. It's just not true. Not everyone can and will like VTubing and the culture and the baggage that comes with it. Not everyone will respect it. We already have problems with fucking tourists and colonizers trying to say that lolly is bad, that they should be wiped from the face of VTubing. Politics, chat, look, politics, okay? Politics, VTubing in 2020, 2019, actually, since its inception in 2016 to 2021, used to not have like any resemblance of politics. But now, politics have become such a massive part of the industry's problems at large because we tolerated these people. We already have problems with tourists who have established themselves who unironically hate the culture, but are now financially incentivized to stay. We don't need any more of that. I think there are certain prerequisites and certain compatibilities that need to be there before you slowly integrate into a new culture. Not everyone is open-minded. Okay, not everyone is open-minded because we have things that we like that a general portion of the general population does not like. Like I said, we are ahead of the curve. We are ahead of the trend. VTubers and VTuber fans are getting mocked. People think Iron Mouse and Gura are just men with voice changers. These people think VTubers are just for goon bait. VTuber fans are being treated like second-class citizens of the streaming industry and Twitch. We are looked at as if we were furries or pedophiles. A week ago, tourists and normies were calling Zentreya a fucking Nazi. Okay? And we're all supposed to accept these people? We're supposed to get our teeth kicked in and still smile at them as we let them in? Again, I recognize that this is just a vocal minority from Peanuts fan base, because every community's got their fair share of retards. But if this is what a vocal minority has to say about the industry, imagine what a vocal majority will do. Imagine what will happen if the dams break. And I don't think I want that to happen. You're getting rage baited? No one actually thinks they're men? Absolutely not. these people, these criticisms and these like insults and like disrespect for VTubing has been a thing for a while now. Like since like 2022. I've seen this shit being slung around since I was here. Okay? Like, no, I'm absolutely not getting rage baited. This has been a thing for a while now. They're actually, some of them, yes, sure, some of them are, like maybe 10% of them are being serious and they're just trying to farm a reaction. But a lot of them are serious. 100%. One day something will make VTubing super mainstream and then we become Disneyfied. I'm ready. You're ready. Are you ready, chat? True. True. Just waiting on the first VTuber president. Yep. So, that's my take. Many of these normies are also 12-year-olds on average. Why do we care? It's not necessarily because we care about like what individual people have to say about the matter. It's actually like this is gonna seem cringe, okay? It's PR. If enough 12-year-olds out there think that VTubing is for pedophiles and we're all weirdos and we're all cringe, then the general majority, it's gonna leave a bad impression on literally everyone else. Right? And you know what? To a certain extent, like I said, I think I do want that. I think I do want normies to not like us. Because from the very beginning, VTubing is supposed to be for nerds. We were literally the outcasts. We were bullied for liking anime. And shit like that. And now, those same people that used to bully anime fans, that used to bully like the more like, you know, this sort of loser nerd culture, they're the same thing that now thinks this is cool and is trying to gaslight us and thinking, oh, you shouldn't, this thing is actually for everyone. You're just a bitter blah, blah, blah. No. Why do you want to allow people that hate you into a space? Yep. And let me clarify for the 5th time, I'm not talking about Peanuts fanbase. Yes, there is like a small vocal minority of Peanuts fanbase that are doing that, but I'm talking about like the industry at large. Like, it's not cool. Like Jinxie doing this, yeah, sure, he's trying to keep it in, is not cool. The audience reaction to this is not fucking cool. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, I agree, Stephen Hall. I also didn't really give a shit about like Peanut being considered a VTuber and like him winning the award. Like, I really did not give a shit. What boiled my blood was, like, the sentiment around gatekeeping and why that, like, the sentiment around gatekeeping and that, you know, we should open the borders for fucking everyone to get in. That's what really ground my gears. Like, that's kind of fucked. Yeah. VTubers shouldn't even be participating in these LA streamer events. It's their own fault. Don't try to engage with a group that doesn't like you. Nobody's really doing that, Daishiku, to be fair. The only person that I would like to think is even close to doing that is probably like Nianners and Vebe. And even then, they're not necessarily like participating in it. They just got invited or found relationships with it. Like, you know, Nianners and Soda Poppin'. Iron Mouse, yes, Iron Mouse is doing that, but she's not trying to get in on that clique. I told you guys, I don't think Iron Mouse is trying to get in on that clique. I think Iron Mouse is genuinely just trying to be like trying to represent VTubing and trying to be like a good force through it all, like be a good poster child for it in the EN space. And it ended up backfiring for like a lot of the people. Yeah. Even then, Nianners and Vebe aren't close to their 2021-2022 heights. Just the way they presented the award shows no one really wanted Iron Mouse there, bro. Oh, it's not just that. They don't like VTubers in general. Like, I actually genuinely believe that. Because, like, the main concern, again, is, like, the sheer disrespect. So, it's clear that these people are not going to disrespect us probably for a while. So, don't cater to them. Absolutely not. If VTubing has a distinct culture that came about a long time ago, is it safe to say that with modern VTubing, mostly Twitch VTubers, has changed the culture to be more inclusive? I think even, okay, so if we're going to count this, like, in Japan, VTubing is actually no. Let me rephrase that. VTubing has always been inclusive. Yep. You know why they've always been inclusive? Because VTubing actually, like, there's a reason why a lot of the VTubers that you probably know and don't know, that you probably know and love, are mentally ill, have some sort of disability, are sick as fuck, people that might be, like, not conventionally attractive, and, like, all these sort of things that render them unable to, or very insecure about their looks, that they may not be able to find a proper job. VTubing is, I would like to think VTubing is, like, probably the most inclusive medium out there. 100%. Anyone can be a VTuber. Heck, you don't even need to have, contrary to normie beliefs, you don't even need a lot of money to be a VTuber. Right? Yeah. The only like metric that can consider you, that can differentiate you between like a weirdo, like one of these fucking normies, and like an actual person that wants to be a VTuber fan or is curious about the culture is mindset. A lot of people are not open-minded, right? And they are, when they see streamers who are like anime avatars, and then they have like a squeaky voice like Iron Mouse, of course they're not gonna necessarily like have a good opinion on that. They're gonna think that's weird, right? I think open-mindedness is like really, it's really the mindset, TBH. That's all you need. That's all you need. Yep. It just takes a lot to go hard. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh God. If you know they don't like tubers, why accept their invitation? Just ignore them. Oh, I have. Yeah. I think people are just too forgiving. And this is coming from me, who is a lot more forgiving than your average person. Like my chat, a lot of people know, a lot of my chat knows this, and even people who have followed me a lot in the past know this. But I am very easily emotionally manipulated. Like I'm very like empathetic. I'm very like easily forgiving of people. But there are just certain events, there are just certain exceptions to some things that you cannot allow. You cannot let that be, you know. Yeah. I still like Iron Mouse a lot. Oh, I'm not even shitting on Iron Mouse. I'm not shitting on Iron Mouse. I'm basically just disagreeing with her, cause you know, I don't think she knows what is, you know, going her way, and her doubling down and saying that there is no hate, or I mean, I can believe that there is no hate from Peanut, but her saying that there is no hate from his community or like normies as a whole, even though she is the subject of that hate for a while, for years now, I feel like that's something that, like, you know, she should have recognized. That she should recognize. Yeah. You're weak to Menheras, right? Yep, I am. I do love my Menheras. She's not doing this in bad faith. Yeah, basically. Basically. It's not like she's trying to ruin VTubing or something like that. Yeah. So that's what I think. I remember there was a fandom, a geek acceptability ranking with sports music and car geeks being top 3 and Renaissance cosplayers, LARPers, and furries were bottom 3. I wonder where we'd rank. That's a very curious question. Somewhere in the middle, I would like to think. Because yes, we do have like some gatekeeping. And I think that is deserved gatekeeping. But I don't think, like, you know, I don't think we're that committed to, like, you know, the same way furries are. Yeah. Isn't your calls for gatekeeping kind of dumb because the corpos accepted English speaking streamers with open R's? Is it just the kick the ladder after reaching the top behavior? No, not really. Not really. Because initially, the people that VTubing appealed to, even in Twitch, and even during like the people that Hololive hooked in, were still the kind of people that were VTubing's target demographic. Like, you know, like I said, like the nerds and like the quote social outcasts and shit like that. So I don't necessarily think so unless I'm misunderstanding what you said. Mousy might not be the best judge of character. It depends. Yeah, I do think there are people that are too trusting and people who think that, like, people who like to see the best intentions in everybody and shit like that. And you know, in a world where we live in right now, I don't think that kind of idealism is good for you. I think one way or another, you're going to get fucked when you have that kind of personality. Is it refreshing that Iron Mouse has that kind of personality? Yeah, I think so. He basically has like the James Gunn Superman attitude where she thinks everyone is beautiful and everyone is capable of whatever, of like kindness and shit like that. And that all her entire objective and like message to the space is just to be kind and shit. But like in reality, that kind of personality, yes, while that's good, needs to be kept in moderation. Yeah. Because like for example, I don't want to say that this is a low blow, but like I remember, I think Iron Mouse subtweeted me about this when I shit talked V Shoujo, where I said that V Shoujo was destined to fail, right? Back in 2023, I made a whole video about how V Shoujo was destined to fail, and even in 2022, I made a video about like the absolute state of V Shoujo, where it's obvious that it's a business model that wouldn't work, and the how do I want to say this? The structure around it is just not something that, even if we don't have any precedent to it, anyone with common sense can see that it's a failure, right? And maybe Iron Mouse believed in like the higher ups or believed in the mission so much, but didn't see like the pragmatism of it. Look at what I think Gunrun just sucks. Yeah, no, exactly. Those kinds, because here's the thing, right? Those kinds of like structures, the vision that V Shoujo tried to project onto people, like the whole talent first, priorities, like that sort of bullshit, that assumes that everyone acts in good faith. And if you assume that everyone acts in good faith, if you live in a society, if you live in a society that's not trust based or sees trust and like let's say public or local reputation to be like a currency that's like powerful, you're gonna get fucked. This isn't Japan. We all, I'm telling you guys, we all knew that VShojo was going to fail. Yes, we got gaslit somewhere along the way and started thinking that, okay, you know what, VShojo might be onto something. Actually, I think this might be okay. But somewhere in the deepest of our hearts, when we saw VShojo's business model and how they were presenting themselves, we knew it was a sham. No, we fucking didn't. What do you mean? Hindsight bias? Nope. Yes, I did. We did. I absolutely knew that VShojo was a sham. Look, we're going to go look at my oldest videos, okay? We're going to look at them. The absolute state of VShojo 3 fucking years ago, okay? And then, why VShojo is collapsing, destined to fail. We knew. The reason why these people, you might think that videos hating or not, maybe this isn't even necessarily hating. This is basically like analyzing and criticizing VShojo. You would think I would get a lot of hate for these videos, and I did, but no. This video had like an absolutely like a large like ratio and a lot of people agreeing with me, because we all somewhere in our heart, somewhere deep within us, we kind of knew. Like, we just knew. Anyone that was in the industry for a long time now knew it was gonna happen. Yeah. Hanya legitimized VShojo though before it all came crashing down. Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, that's why, like, we all got gaslit into thinking VShojo was actually decent, chat. Okay? Look, I mean, I fucking made a video saying, where was my video? Where was my video? The redemption of VShojo. Okay? Yeah. I only put any trust on VShojo because of K-Sun. Yeah, and I don't think... And look, this is probably going to be a bad take. You can't trust the judgment of a VTuber that is in any of... Okay, fuck, this is like probably going to be like a bad take. Or maybe not bad take, hot take. You cannot trust the judgment of a VTuber that has an incentive, or not just a VTuber, sorry, of a person. You cannot trust the judgment of a person that has an incentive for something to succeed, or if their support of that something increases of it, or legitimizes that something, or increases it succeeding. Okay? Because it's conflict of interest. That person, of course, that person is gonna disagree with me when I say it's probably gonna fail, because they have to believe. They have to pour energy, time, resources, and mental energy, yeah, to like believe that it succeeds, because they don't want to prove me wrong, right? Like, there is no such thing as an infallible opinion, or even mine. Like, I have been wrong multiple times. You can't trust a person if they have a finger on the pie. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry to say this, so I'm gonna break your immersion here, but this applies to a lot of your VTubers. Your VTubers are not the best judges, the best judges of like character. Duh. But of course, people aren't gonna do that. You know why? Because like, this is one of the key flaws that I have a gripe with VTubing. People really worship their VTuber agencies and their VTubers a little too much. They really do. They think that because the person that they simp for, they think this person can't do no wrong. Oh, they did a lot of research into this. And while, like shit like that, right? They don't want to criticize the VTuber that they like. Like, same with Fubuki, sad to say, if you know what I mean. Okay, so look. At the same time, I know exactly how you feel if you do that. Okay? Because I used to consume this back then. Fubuki, 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, I forgot exactly, Fubuki said, if something bad, if Hololive is not worth supporting anymore, I will be the first to leave. Fucking, blah, blah, blah. As long as I'm still here, you can still trust Hololive and shit like that. I used to believe that 100% with all my heart. If you ask me what I think about that right now, I'm not gonna say I don't know about that, Chief. Do I trust Fubuki a little more? Hard to say. You know why? Fubuki has a finger in that pie. It is in Fubuki's best interest to not make Hololive fail because Hololive has been her life for a long time now. And because Hololive has been there for a long time now, she is incentivized to ensure that Hololive does not collapse. Even if it means lying, even if it means like, you know, sweeping things under the rug. I'm not saying that that's what she's doing. I'm just saying that human flaws and like tendencies are inevitable. Has Fubuki been proving wrong though? No, not necessarily. Yeah, Fubuki is not necessarily. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm not necessarily saying that this has happened to Fubuki or that Fubuki is necessarily untrustworthy because of this. I just don't 100% believe any of the sentiments that anybody says about their agency anymore. Okay? Like, have a bit of skepticism, dude. Like, don't believe everything that you say, that your favorite VTubers or your favorite content creators say. Even me, I have been wrong multiple times in the past. Like, even if I do know about VTubing than like a lot of people, even I get shit wrong. Yes, I have gotten a lot of shit right. My analysis and like my predictions and like how I see the industry has been right for, I would like to say 80% of the time, but I still get a lot of things wrong. Like, just don't take things at face value. Like, that's basically it. Like, learn how to think for yourself, man. My Oshi is perfect and her opinions may be wrong, but she's 100% correct. True. Also, what the fuck, man? My newest video is actually getting fucking leaked. Hi. Members are the, sorry. Sagi sorry, not archivers. Yeah. People who are under a certain membership tier are able to see this earlier. But, what the fuck, man? Fucking YouTube, I swear to God. What is that red pill title? Oh, it's not red pill title. You will see why I titled it like this when you watch the video. It's getting released tomorrow, don't worry. Yeah, it's a good video, don't change the title. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you see the video, you'll understand why it's titled this way. But you know, it'll release tomorrow for non-members, don't worry. You'll be fine. So that's my take on the VTubing thingy matter. Yep. Wow. A 1 hour tirade. That's crazy. I've been fucking ranting about this shit non-stop for 1 hour. Not 1 fucking hour. Great. Awesome, chat. Awesome. Yep. Oh, I also saw this. A lot of people that are normally supportive of Asmon saw this, and you know, they didn't really like what Asmon was spitting here. Like, we see view post engagement, L take from Asmon, retarded take from Asmon. Yeah. So basically, a lot of people don't like Asmon's take here, and I don't think Asmon even like actually really even thought about this a little too deeply. Not that I think he really cares, but me personally, I don't think it's the best take either, because I got the impression Asmon Gold would actually understand, because he talks big game, right? Like about immigration in America and how borders should be enforced and we should get the illegals out, right? I'm not saying that the VTubing tourist problem and like the illegal immigrant problem in America is the same. It would be retarded of me to make that equivalency, but I think there are similarities in there that I thought he would recognize, right? Like the same way you don't want to let people with hostile or fundamentally different values that can go against your country's values, let it fester from the inside until it snowballs into a massive problem in the future. It's the same that you don't want fucking tourists who don't like VTubers or its fans or its cultures to be in on the industry, right? Like, I thought he would see it, but you know, I think Asmongold is only talking about the peanut win specifically. I don't think he's addressing at all or talking about the tourism problem in VTubing, and I wouldn't expect him to TBH. Like I don't really care he said this. I just thought it was fascinating, cause yeah. I like Asmon, but he knows next to nothing about VTubers. I think Asmon knows a little, well, not a little bit, a lot about like how VTuber agencies operate behind the scenes. I think he 100% has seen the contracts. He's seen the dynamic. He's seen like a lot of like, you know, but I don't think he understands VTubing as a culture. True. Yeah. And I wouldn't expect him to, like I said. He has his own circle, we have theirs. Ours, rather. Yep. So I don't really care about that. We already went through this. Yeah, we already went through this. Yep, okay, never mind then. Maybe just the business side? Yeah, just the business side. Alright. So that's my 1 hour rant. My 1 hour rant about VTubing. And tourism. And normies. Hold on. Let me just reduce this. Yo, what the fuck? Where's my chatters? Oh, there we go. Jesus. Charlie knows more? I have no idea. I don't know who's... See, here's the thing. This is why we kind of need more normies that are actually, like, a little bit more aware of, like, VTubing in general. At least, like, in the culture sense. And, you know, I guess we do kind of have that in the form of trash taste. But these days, I don't know if they really get VTubing as we do it. Cause I think to understand VTubing, to truly understand VTubing and its norms, and like what it is as a concept, as a medium, as a culture, and as a general industry, you need to consume VTubing as a fan, as a consumer. You can be a consumer and a creator of it, like I am, like Rima is, like Parrot is. But I feel like you need the perception. You need to truly understand the perception of a fan, like someone who's there on the ground. Are you referring to idol culture? No, I'm not talking about idol culture. Yes, I do agree that like VTubing and idol culture are intertwined now because of the popularity of Hololive. But I don't think idol culture is VTubing. Like I saw a lot of people's takes saying that, oh, idol culture is basically VTubing and VTubing is idol culture. It's like, no, that's not necessarily true. Yes, idol culture is a big part of VTubing, but you don't have to have those idol elements to be a VTuber. You know what I mean? If you're a weeb, if you're a loser, if you're a nerd, then that's enough. Yeah. Like, I think the appeal of VTubing and like anime women are a little bit broader than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you don't... Yeah. I don't trust Western normies with VTubing takes. Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's very hard to find somebody like a Western normie that has a good VTuber take, because a lot of them just don't understand. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is... My cat's whining. Yeah, you hear the cats, right? Yeah. I just fed them before I streamed. Sea Dog? What about, Sea Dog. To be fair, to be honest, I don't think I've seen too much of Connor's takes to see if he really understands VTubing. Yes, he is a friend of Iron Mouse. Yes, he does have a lot of VTuber friends, but he's never truly... I don't know if he's consumed VTubing as a fan. He made a video talking about this drama. Really? Alright, chat. Which one is it? Which one is it? Connor, this is a drama. Is this it? Connor clips? Is this it? Oh, False up. Holy shit, False uploaded a video? Damn. 1 month ago. Damn, okay. First one. Okay, first one. Let me see this
so
shit.
There was a VTuber called... So basically, hello if you're employed. Allow me to explain.
Massive day for the unemployed?
Oh, I guess he doesn't refer to himself as VTuber, I don't know. Called Peanut.
Okay.
I'd never heard of Peanut until all of this. I didn't know. I was like, sick, man. Like, awesome.
Sure.
When I was hanging out with Lod, he was like, yeah, he's watching this guy. I was like, I didn't know. I'd never heard of this guy. And I realized the reason why I hadn't heard of this person was because they're in the Arc Raiders kind of, I guess the closest circle would be like a Dr. Disrespect kind of audience vibe, you know, kind of like a FPS, you know, people who play COD a lot of their lives.
Sure.
So it used to be 13-year-old me, and I'm sure when I was 13, I would have maybe I would have been into that kind of shit. I would say I don't know the exact layover, so I might not be right here, right? So she's like a different vibe, right? And I'm obviously in the anime sphere. That's kind of where I've been. So that's why I didn't know them. There wasn't like any like shade to it. But they were nominated for Best VTuber alongside Chibidoki, Kenji, Mori, and Mouse. And they ended up winning. They won Best VTuber. And look, there's a number of reasons why that could have been. They had won a massive explosion in audience.
It's basically just the audience.
Popularity. And at the end of the day, it's a popular contest. Yep. However, you know, I mean, there's
Oh, by the way, my take on... I'll say this my take because I said it in my Sagi V2 video. I think you can still enjoy popularity contests and like award shows like this and just eat it at face value. Like I do that because I think it's fun sometimes, right? Like it's fun to crash out and feel emotions and shit like that, be cathartic about the shit that you want to do. It's fun.
So massive fan bases for all the VTubers, but you know, it's still very different. But you know, a lot of people are voting on this. You know, you have like Kai Cenat, Audience AMP Gang, you have the FaZe guys, and they have such massive reach. And obviously when they're scrolling through it, they might only know Peanut, right? So there's a high chance and understandable why he could have won. But then people ended up getting very upset about it all. And I thought it was really interesting. And I don't normally hop into this, but I did hop in for a little bit, and I'll hopefully explain why that is. So let's have a look at what kind of unfolded. So Peanut won, and then from this, obviously a lot of people were kind of, you know, a bit upset about it because people felt like, well, hold on, this guy's not
a VTuber.
I watch my HoloLives, I watch my Iron Mouse, I watch all these people, and this guy doesn't have the same vibe at all. And then through that, I think Mouse tweeted, I'll give a little tweet, me cringing at all the people, mad that Peanut won. Every VTuber in that category deserves to be there. And you know, some people got very upset about it. But look, to put it into perspective as well, look, and I'm the #1 Mouse defender. Hey, I'll admit it, bro. I defend Mouse. That's
to be fair, I kind of respect that kind of position. It's the same way that if, like, for example, fucking, you know, one of my friends get into drama, I don't fucking care. I'm throwing hands for them. You know, like, I respect that. You know, like, even if they are in the wrong, I will tell them, hey, you're kind of in the wrong here, but I'm still gonna fight people for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not a rat. I'm not a snake.
Let me like, put it into perspective. Mouse has won it 3 times. Mouse has won Best VTuber 3 times. If Mouse wins a 4th time, people are gonna be pissed. Why is she winning again? She's already...
I don't think so. I think people at most's reaction will be like, oh, of course Mouse won. It's more so like, okay, look. There's a reason why people don't necessarily take that kind of VTuber award seriously. Yes, part of it is the reason, part of the reason is because Hololive or Iron Mouse will always win. But it's also because a lot of people, or the people making these award shows like Cutie Cinderella, don't care about too much about VTubing to truly explore who is deserving of that title. Right? Like, yeah. And it's an insult that you don't want to do that, and you're only really cashing in on the VTuber fans, but you don't do your research. It's like you're pandering to us, right? It's like saying you're pandering to us without really doing anything about it. It's like, you know, like a lot of these video game companies putting up their pride flags and their pride flags on their on Pride Month, or announcing their very first gay character in this movie, and that character is actually not relevant, or like it's like, you know, it's not a good thing. It's a scam. You're being scammed. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they don't actually care about you. They just want your attention and your money.
Won 3 times. If Mouse loses, okay, sure. She loses. Let's say it's to Moricalpi. I think everyone would be pumped about that. I think Mouse would be pumped about that. I would be pumped about that.
Sure, I would be pumped about that.
Whoever it is, right? Whatever in this category.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, people got very upset that Peanut won, as opposed to any of the other VTubers specifically, because they're not really... Peanut isn't a normal type, right? And you know, I think anything Mouse would say here would be interpreted quite badly if Mouse had been, let's say, upset and been like, okay, this Peanut fellow shouldn't have won, or shouldn't have even been nominated.
Consider the fact that maybe whenever you're in the case where whatever you say, it will not please anybody, and maybe just don't say anything.
I think some people could say that, you know, comes across as a sore loser, and I also think it's not very graceful. To be honest with you, I would say that it's not very graceful to, like, when you lose an award, to then, as somebody who is in the fine...
Yeah, just congratulate them. Like, that's literally what Chibidoki and Calliope Mori did. Just congratulate them.
Who are nominated to then turn around and say, like, hey, I think you never should have even been allowed to get the award. It doesn't look good, okay? And look, the chatters are chatting about, I'm annoyed about this. We'll get to it, all right? Let's get to it, okay? We'll jump into all of this, all right? But just follow along with what I'm saying for now, and let's just keep on track here, because everyone's throwing in their opinion. Let's just keep talking about what happened, okay? So Mouse tweets that, and I think there's a no-win situation here for Mouse, where Mouse tweets about this, and people are happy, because I think either way it's gonna be a bad look in some way. And one of my biggest gripes of a lot of the stream awards is that I think a lot of the streamers are not graceful. They're not very professional about things.
I agree with that.
Very entitled and very selfish, and have way too much ego involved for a job that you already get glazing nonstop.
Yep, I agree with that.
We should read some of the responses, right? So first of all, the man himself responded, Burnt Peanut, says, thank you, Iron Mouse, and congratulations on your spectacular performance last night. Okay, very graceful from both people involved, I think.
Yep.
Fair enough. But people, you know, were rightfully annoyed about all of this to begin with. So let's have a look at some of the responses. Here's the top response to the tweet that Mouse put out.
Okay.
I like Team Mousy, but I'm not going to support someone.
We showcased this too, yes.
YouTubers, and has a community that hates them, becoming VTuber of the Year after having the vote gassed up by people like Shroud as a way to make fun of VTubers. And I think, like, this is it's pretty valid. I'd say, like, I think that VTubers get a...
thank fucking God. Chat, I was actually butt clenching and I was saying, please don't. Connor, I would like to think you you understand VTubing a little bit more than your average normie. Please don't. Please don't. It was like, oh, it was a relief. Like, thank fucking God. Okay.
Really bad, like, shake at things. I think
True.
people are, like, hella disrespectful to VTubers in general. I mean, you know, Mouse has gone through this quite a lot. Mouse won the Game Awards, the Creator of the Year, like, which is such a big award.
Yes.
Right? Beating out some really big people. And I think people feel very burnt at the fact that, hey, I like this thing, I support these people, and, you know, they constantly make fun of us. Even though I think, like, VTubers...
See, actually, also, that's part of the reason why I expected Mouse not to take it. And, like, actually, she's been the victim of, like, constant harassment from, like, normies outside VTubing. And she's just... And, you know, she's doing this. It's like, yeah.
Don't really interact much or go out of into the mainstream. And so anytime they do it all for, like, 0.3 seconds of, like, man, child, man pretending to be a woman.
True,
you know,
true.
like
Voice changer, exactly.
Like, so I think there's the annoyance there from people is very understandable. But I also, for me... Mouse's initial tweet, which I'll show you again, I don't think it's like Mouse saying, okay, and I haven't spoken to Mouse yet about this, but this is not Mouse being like, hey, this is my goat, this is the guy, I love this streamer, he's the best. It's just Mouse being gracious, right? It's not like, hey, I admire this guy. So there's also quotes. There's also quote retweets that got a lot too. So let's read these two. There was two that I thought were interesting and that we can maybe add some. It's not the fact that he won, it's the fact that him and his audience can insult you, spit in your face.
True.
I'll make it small so you can see me. and will praise you and congratulate him. That's really embarrassing for you. And Germa Enjoyer, I know this account because I think I've interacted with them a couple of times. Mash, you're a gracious person, but I will not support a streamer who uses slurs. And there was a clip of Peanut where
he dropped the F slur that means homosexual. I told you guys I don't really care about that. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, like me personally hating on somebody on the basis that they dropped a slur or said something that's ism, or like, yeah, like, who cares, man? Yeah, who cares?
The F slur.
I mean, obviously a lot of these people care. I mean, actually half of the people that disagreed on Mouse is exactly because of the sentiment of that one guy.
Like,
yeah.
I think like at the start of the year or something, which I hope, for all intents and purposes, that Peanut has fucking changed and that he doesn't do that anymore. But I think it's completely understandable that fans would get very fucking upset at
exactly.
That this guy was being praised being a VTuber when mocks VTubers. Audience can be toxic occasionally. Slur's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. And I mean, it's FPS, bros. It's
they're
so
gonna be
fucking,
toxic, yeah.
I mean, I don't have much hope, I'll be honest with you. And another part that I think was reflective of this is that, like, okay, like, I saw another tweet about it, and I was like, damn, that's kind of disgusting. So during the Sapphire Award,
he's talking about the Proctor clip. Oh fuck, I forgot to talk about the Proctor tweet, but whatever.
A larger point of what I want to talk about. So just bear with me for a second here. So this is like Peanut's chat, and I'm not a big fan of doing this in general because I think like any fucking
I forgot to talk about this too. Yeah, look, I'm gonna move.
This is like the vibe here going on when the Sapphire Award is being presented, which is to showcase a female creator. You know, it's kind of gross, and it's not great. And a lot of the time, people will argue that like a streamer doesn't control their chat, and I think that can be true at times. But the fact of the matter is that you, as the streamer, set the vibe. You entirely set the vibe, and like it's hella disgusting to let your chat talk like that. Like I don't care how many views you get or whatever you do. I feel like if you can't fucking control your chat and you're fucking beholden to what they set, bro, come on, man.
Don't get audience captured. Yes, do not get audience captured.
Man the fuck up. Tell your chat to just stop being fucking toxic. With stuff like this, even if you don't...
It's true. Actually, you know what? That is true. Actually, I don't think I've seen anything from Peanut telling his fanbase to cool it. But at the same time, maybe he himself is getting a lot of death threats from like VTuber fans. So maybe he doesn't feel beholden to do that anytime soon. So, you know...
necessarily agree with it. If you let your chat run away with it, that is what they do, dude. They'll start fucking saying heinous shit in the chat. You need to fucking stamp this out in your chat. So look, I don't know like Peanut, but for everything I've seen online, like he was gracious to Mouse, and I think that's cool.
Sure.
But you just gotta like stamp the shit out of your chat. Like you gotta just show that like, you know, that you're a fucking decent human being and you can respect others. And I think that's the main problem I have with a lot of the streamers that are big right now is that they will let their fucking chat run fucking wild. They will let them fucking say anything. And they're extremely disrespectful to like any other creator that's not in their circle for like a clip or content. And it's like so gross. And I really hate being around it. It's kind of disgusting. I think there's literally zero professionalism in a lot of the top streamers. It is so depressing. You do not get this shit on YouTube now. Like, I was talking to some streamers about this, and I was saying, like, look, YouTube, like, 5 years ago, is it 5 years ago? 5-6 years ago, you get call-out videos every other week from YouTubers. There'd be a new call-out, new drama. It doesn't happen anymore on YouTube. It barely fucking happens on YouTube. It's so fucking, like, there is never a YouTuber that just calls out another YouTuber. It doesn't happen. It's always like after like Twitch streamer stuff happens now. Like I think YouTubers have gotten so much more professional in general.
I agree with that. I think like YouTubers and Twitch streamers are both like, a lot of them are kind of narcissists, but I think streaming culture and like the people over on Twitch are a little bit more toxic than like YouTube creators, because and I say this from experience too. I say this from experience. A lot of the streamers that I know versus a lot of the YouTubers that I know, the YouTubers are a lot more chill. TBH. And I don't know why that is. Like, I don't know what factor makes both different, if that makes sense, right? Like, I don't know. Toxics and view botting in Twitch. Actually, no. Thank you. So I think I got like a rat. I think it's because in Twitch it is an infinitely fiercer and more competitive space. In YouTube, yes, you are going to have a lot of competitors over on YouTube, but it's a little bit more lax, and people will always still have time to look at your videos, right? And you don't compete with everyone. You don't compete with, like, you know, if you are a person making a fucking VTuber related video, you're not gonna fucking compete with everyone. You're not gonna compete with PewDiePie. You're not gonna compete with Mr. Beast and shit like that. But in Twitch, if you're a Twitch streamer, yes, you might not compete with, like, you know, you might not compete with, like, your average e-whore, like your titty streamer, but you are competing with, like, everyone else, especially because, like, live viewers' time is a lot more finite than people who would, let's say, download your videos or like, let's say, save your videos for later viewing and shit like that. I think it's because of the spontaneity and, like, the current time, right? Yeah, exactly.
And I think streamers are so fucking childish and have this high school mentality.
True. That's what I said.
About me, or Chris did. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. But, like, I think the drama of, like, I don't like this guy, like, it doesn't happen as much. And it's rarely ever, like, a petty personal thing. But on Twitch, it's so bad, man. It's so cringe, too. Like, the only thing that, like, I really didn't fuck with this year or last year with the Streamer Awards, especially last year, it was worse because there was no live audience. So the live audience, when it was just streamers, they would never fucking clap for any other streamer.
Yeah,
it's so
fucking egos.
Annoying. It's an award show, and unless it's them or their closest friends, they won't clap. They have no capacity to just be, like, professional and classy. It's like, dude, just fucking clap. And the whole reason why I think a lot of people were upset about Peanut and him being very disrespectful to a lot of people is, like, yeah, I mean, it's a fucking award show at the end of the day, and it shouldn't fucking matter. I think a lot of VTuber fans are just, like, hella fucking upset that they get fucking made fun of all the time, and then when an award comes that's their only award in a show where they don't get recognized, they don't fucking, you know, get their kudos. And it shouldn't matter, right? It's just not a big deal. But I can understand the frustration there. And I talked a lot to other streamers, because this drama was already happening by the time, like, at, like, fucking 2 a.m. And I was talking to a lot of other streamers about it, and they couldn't understand it. They were like, well, I don't really get it. Like, it's just, like, one award. It's like a VTuber and stuff. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to explain. I'm like, look, man, like, these people, they get made fun of all the fucking time for existing.
True.
I sympathize and I understand why they would get upset about this.
Thank you.
You know, it's kind of tough. If there's any proof to you that I think Twitter is absolutely fucking useless as a source of discourse or discussion,
it is.
This was my favorite tweet. I'll keep talking about this, by the way.
Okay, by the way. This is the reason why when I want to talk about something, chat, you might have noticed I don't let it out on Twitter, because I know I'm not gonna have any sort of, like, productive conversation there. I usually try to just let it out on streams and talk about it on streams. And if, yeah, because people are retarded on Twitter.
Okay, so there's Ryusaki made this amazing artwork for me, a mouse. Loved it. I retweeted it. And they tweeted back and they said, sadly, as great as they are, we all know they only won because Connor is friends with the judges. No shade at him. The organizers are just incredibly biased.
I voted for them. I don't...
said, pass me what you're smoking. You know, and I think this is a totally a valid criticism. Except I didn't fucking win! I didn't win! What are you talking about?
It's valid criticism because we all know it's a VTuber, it's an LA streamer's clique circle jerk. But yeah, maybe if you want to throw that criticism, throw it somewhere where it's actually, like, you know, fucking point out to the Hassan thing instead of this one.
What? Why? This is Twitter in a nutshell. It's people trying to like make a point from they're like, well, I as an expert understand this, and this is why you're wrong. And it's like you're not even factually a crumb close to reality. What are you talking about? You know, whatever. And I wasn't gonna hop in on any of this, but then
all shots lead to us.
Tweet that I thought was pretty disgusting. I'm like, it's hella gross.
Oh fuck, sorry. All shot leaks to Hassan. That's fucking crazy, these suffers. I'm gonna remember that.
But I fucking tweeted it, so I'm just gonna... this person tweeted this. He said, I'll dare to say it, if IMS wasn't seriously ill, she'd be an average flesh.
Oh, this is a Proctor tweet.
The only reason she is one is because her life circumstances forced her to be. How else should I interpret her choosing to spit on the medium whenever possible?
Yeah, I already said my piece on that. I don't think Iron Mouse is as malicious as a lot of people are saying. I think she's just trying to be naively positive in a space that towards a space that absolutely hates people like her.
And
Normies,
for some reason, a lot of VTuber fans took Mouse's just being gracious as a kind of support, saying, yeah, man, this guy's the future of VTubing. He's gonna fucking take over the medium. Everything we love should be burned to the ground. It's like, dude, brother, what? And obviously, I tweeted because I read this tweet. I was like,
mad. Yeah.
I read it and I was like, wow, the fucking gall to tweet something like this. I never reply to these fucking low quality bait tweets because that's what they are. They're just bait tweets because they want fucking AdSense. I feel like I don't think I have to believe as a human being to a human being that these genuine thoughts didn't cross this person's mind and they just want $10 of AdSense. I have to believe that because otherwise I lose all faith in humanity.
Not even $10.
Yeah, I'm not. If
I don't really care about the awards or who won, but I have a problem with the massive names who are cheering for who won. It's like watching your friends cheer for your bully because they're funny. Oh, I mean, for example, right? Like Calliope Mori just congratulated Pete Nut, and like Chibidoki congratulated Peanut, and they didn't do anything further than that. It's just being graceful and like, you know, congratulating somebody, you know, being a good sport. The reason why a lot of the hate or a lot of the criticism is being directed towards Iron Mouse is because Iron Mouse was the one who took it one step further. Yeah.
See low quality bait like this again, I'm not going to reply. I don't reply because I think giving them any amount of attention is the bad thing. But I replied to it because I was pissed off. And dude, it's so frustrating. I hate it. And again, I'm going to be the #1 Mouse Glazer defender here, extraordinaire. You can call me that, it doesn't offend me. I hate it so much because I feel like when people say this, like, oh, Mouse is only popular because of her disease or whatever, it's like, dude, if you ever watch Mouse stuff, Mouse never wants to talk about this stuff. It is extremely ableist of you to think that a disabled person would use their disability to get further ahead in life when it's like, I don't think anyone asks to be disabled.
True.
Like, I don't think people...
But people still do that, to be fair. Yeah, people still do that, to be fair, yeah.
Like they're disabled. They already have less chances in life right off beat, and then they succeed, and now it's because of their disability? I'm sorry, disabled people never allowed to succeed? What are you talking about? It's crazy. This is what happens when you let your own lack of success or trying or inability to do anything with your own life, you let that, you warp your own sense of your worldview.
I don't think that's what he meant,
that somebody else only got ahead of you because, or they succeeded because they had X thing that you don't have. It's insane. When it's like, I mean, look, if you watch Mouse, you see someone who's extremely talented. Mouse is, like, I don't think anyone would argue, an insane singer, spends so much time on outfits, streaming 16 hours a day. Mouse works hard, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Look, I think it's a psychotic worldview to view that way. I think it's gross, man. It's gross to view it like that. And of course, like, I think if this person would never have the goal to say this to a person in real life. Like, this is insane.
Oh, like, he's really going on in it.
Sitting in front of someone who's disabled and telling them, hey, by the way, you only succeeded because of your disability. They'd be like, what? What are you talking about? It's in spite of that. Sorry, forgetting. It's so nasty. And it's just like, I've generally had a horrible like mentality towards being online the past year. Like, I do not like being online. Like, I like the streams, I like doing the videos, I like playing games. But the moment I log on Twitter, I'm like, this place is a cesspit. I don't know why I keep doing it to myself. I should be classified as self-harm. I keep going on.
True. I mean, I agree with that. I do that all the time. You know what happened to me, chat? Fucking you know how I made that fucking that video talking about the VTuber awards drama? Like I just uploaded. My editor uploaded a new one 5 hours ago. But when I made this this drama around Peanut, because I had like work that day, I disappeared for like almost a day. I come back to Twitter, fucking everything was on fire. Yeah, Twitter is actually super bad.
Frustrating. And there's a lot of aspects to this discussion that we could go on about, and like the overall fact of like, do I think Peanut or whatever should have even been nominated? I think at the end of the day,
oh god, I'm clenching my ass right now.
It's a popularity contest, and that was what was voted most popular. A lot of these people will cry online.
But is he a VTuber, Connor?
But when push comes to shove, a lot of the time they won't fucking vote. And if you voted, you know, maybe it was different. A lot of these tweets where people are getting angry and upset about it have like 10 million impressions. Like,
yes.
In this total space, there's so many millions of impressions.
Yes.
And where were those votes, man? It's easy enough to cry about it.
Hey, sorry, this criticism doesn't apply to me. We voted. We voted.
After the fact, but fucking, if you care so much about it, vote. But you don't care. So don't make the fucking tweets farming it. And, you know, yeah, it's crazy.
It's beyond that, I think. Like, yeah, it's not just because of the award show. It's the humiliation. Oh, sorry, it's not just because of who won, because he won VTuber of the Year. It's because of the humiliation ritual that fucking Cutie Cinderella and his peers did against VTubing, and like the shit that happened after that. Like, yes, I do agree. A lot of these people did not nominate or vote for the VTubers that they actually want or like, right? But even if that wasn't the case, they could have at the very least presented VTubing with like the respect that I think it deserves. Like, Cutie Cinderella could not have pulled this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the general disrespect to the scene, I would like to think. And I think the Peanut thing was just the, let's say, the straw, or sorry, not the straw, sorry. What's the analogy I'm trying to say here? Like, the Peanut thing is just like the initiator of it, but the problem is broader than that, if that makes sense.
And look, I'm like super fucking, I'm normie adjacent. I hang out with a lot of streamers who don't know VTuber, don't understand it, and there are a lot of times that I have to sit there and explain. I think Mouse's tweet was very gracious, right? I think Mouse was just trying to be gracious and trying to be like, hey, a lot of this Discord is dumb. And I think a lot of people took that as like blanket support, like Peanut's my goat. And it's like, I think if there was a really big discussion about it, I'm sure Mouse or whatever the fuck would be like, yeah, look, it's an award show, popularity wins. You can't get mad about that. Doesn't mean I necessarily agree with every single aspect of someone's beliefs or politics or anything. It's just like, it's people using the lack of common sense to further their own agenda and further arguments and stuff.
Okay.
And people act like it's like the death of VTubing or the death of the VTuber space. It's so fucking pathetic and ridiculous. You know.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. I think like, you know, there are people that are overreacting. Maybe I'm even overreacting, but you know, I still think it's still valid.
The anime space for like 15 years now, and people have always been crying about, man, anime's getting ruined by normies. It's like, brother, what are you talking about?
We allowed for someone who isn't part of the category win, but it's your fault for not voting for everyone else, even though it's rigged already. Yep. I mean, it's Cutie Cinderella's, like, you know, I feel like it's pretty obvious, and I think they even say it themselves that they are kind of biased about shit like that, yeah.
You're deep on hentai forums. No normies are going there, you know? Come on. Like, what are you talking about? That was all my thoughts on it. I look, and whenever I talk about this stuff, I hate watching the clips or whatever the fuck afterwards, because I always think like, man, I could have been so much more eloquent or did my points better, but I don't want to fucking write a script because I'm just lazy. That's the truth. I could, you know, whatever.
Dude, I don't even need a script to like air out my try to like articulate my frustrations and why I think the broader discussion at hand is like, you know, the way that it is. Like, you know, Yeah.
But there was one other thing that I guess I meant to talk about.
Thank you.
During that
Connor
whole
is such a
rant, which
weasel,
I
dude. Thank you,
would've-
mildly
this didn't help with a
OCD.
lot of people feeling not so happy about it, and I don't mean to like show any disrespect to this person. So this is when the best VTuber got announced.
Okay.
All right.
I'm super excited to present this next award. Uwu. The 5
Yeah, fuck you, whoever you are. I don't like you.
hard at mastering peak kawaii and ada aura farming.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that was bad. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie. I
fuck
feel
you.
bad. I
Fuck
feel bad
you.
'cause I don't think Cubebot, just the streamer's name. I don't think they intended to like, you know, make a cringe speech there. But I think this is like the average mentality that I think a lot of people have outside of the VTubing space to VTubers. I think that's what a lot of people think it is.
Yep.
I don't think it's Cubebot's fault. So don't you know? I hope no one's hating on her for that because I don't think she deserves to.
Sorry, well, I mean, I don't like her for that, but I'm not sicking my fans or going to her DMs or like, you know, her in her space on her tweets and shit like that, trashing on her. So I'm not harassing her.
hate for it, but I think a lot of people feel that way. I wrote that. A lot of people that don't get it think that's what VTubing is. Because a lot of the times when
Connor complained about normies in anime and TT, SMH. Sure, I feel like he should understand. And I think that's why he understands a little bit, but I don't know.
VTuber clips or whatever go mainstream. Unfortunately, it's never that VTuber that had this insane design or this VTuber that sings insanely well or this insane production. It's the insanely cringe stuff that I think even VTuber fans would be like, ooh. So, you know, it is what it is. And I think it's just something that will change over time. People will become more accepting. VTubers are very new. I think people forget that a lot of the time. Again, I've been in the anime space like 15 years, and it's changed so drastically over that time, but it doesn't happen fast. It's a slow thing. It's a slow thing, and especially because VTubers are starting...
She didn't have to present it that way. She chose to. No, I think it's whoever wrote their script. You know how... I saw some clips of the streamer awards itself. You know how Cutie Cinderella and the presenters of the awards had like bad jokes that nobody was laughing at? People wrote that shit, bro. Some people wrote that shit. It was designed to be like this. Yeah.
Zero, whereas anime had a lot more history behind it before then. So it you know, these things will change. But I understand the frustration that a lot of VTuber fans have, that people just fucking constantly make fun of the medium, when I think it's a really fucking cool medium. I think being a VTuber is fucking hard. I think there's different levels. I think a lot of people do it amazingly. There are some people who I'm sure absolutely use the medium for not great things, as there is with every medium.
True.
But generally speaking, I think there's a fucking ton of artists, a ton of riggers, modelers,
That are
singers,
scammers? Yes.
editors. There's so much fucking work that goes into.
Oh, okay. I
being a
mean,
VTuber
he's not
that
wrong, but at the same time, yes, there are also scanners. Yes.
I don't fucking do. I would not be a VTuber, bro. I have my little fucking camera. I turn it on. I just
Okay, that's the entire video. Connor complains about lolly stuff, which is ironic seeing as he got his start from the Shuta Fujo anime. Oh yeah, Black Butler. He's a former weeb who hates himself. I don't think, so in my opinion, right? In my opinion, just because you don't vibe with lolly doesn't necessarily mean you're against it, right? Like me personally, I don't vibe with lollies, but I think it's okay. But to be fair, I haven't seen Connor complain about lolly stuff. The only person that I think... Yeah, no, I don't know. I actually haven't seen Connor complain about lolly stuff at all, so I can't tell. If I remember correctly, didn't like... Isn't Garnt and Joey okay with lolly stuff? Like, if I remember correctly, Joey's like fucking anime Oshi was the vampire girl from fuck, what's that anime called? Monogatari. Yeah, Monogatari. He dislikes it a lot. Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't, like me personally, as long as he doesn't start fucking saying, "Oh, no, you're a pedophile if you like lollies." It's like, okay, that's where that's basically my line, TBH. That's my line. Yeah. Like, as long as you don't start moral policing that shit around, yeah, you're tolerable in my books. Can't remember with Gart. I think I actually appreciate Garnt's like tastes in like the weird aspects of anime more, because I think he gets it. He understands it. I think Like, you know, like he understands the degeneracy of it. And he vibes with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. He heavily insinuates they're pedophile. Oh, I'd have to see that for myself mildly. But, Jesus. I mean, if he's able to be friends with Garth and Joey for their lolly stuff, then I imagine he is still tolerable. He's still tolerating of it, rather. But it depends. If he's the type of person to call his friends PDF files, or not, if he's the type of friends to, like, not call out his friends for liking lolly stuff, pedophiles, but then, like, you know, everyone else is a pedophile except my friends who like lollies, then yeah, he'd be a hypocrite. But I personally don't know. Friends or business partners? Oh, they're 100% friends, Don. They're 100% friends. They've been here for a while now. Yeah. Yeah. In general, thank God he understands, like, the struggles of being a fucking VTuber, because not a lot of people get it. But, you know, cool, I guess. I don't know. He's I'm satisfied enough, I guess. I personally like Giguk. Yeah, I think throughout. Okay, so throughout, if I had to say my opinions on all the Trash Taste Boys, I heavily relate to Connor's personality more. In general, I think like we have the same kind of tendencies. Garnt, I actually appreciate more in the sense that he's more mature and wise for the things that he likes about anime. And in terms of tastes, Garnt and I have more in common with. But for Joey, I think I like Joey the least. It's just me, right? But some part of me thinks Joey is pretentious. Or he's contrarian for the sake of contrarian. And yeah, and I don't know if that's part of his character or his bit. Me personally, I've discovered like Giguk first, and then I discovered Connor, and then I discovered Joey in that order. So me being exposed to him the last may affect how I see him, but that's my opinion. Like I think I like Joey the least. The way he talked about Bochi the Rock was legitimately infuriating. I mean, if he's doing it just to farm clips and like farm rage bait, then you know, to a certain extent I respect it. He's just trying to clip farm. But it's just that the problem with rage baiting and clip farming, right, is that you gotta understand that if you're hating on something that a lot of people like, you shouldn't be surprised at why a lot of people don't like you. Because that fan base aren't going to be the only ones that will dislike you. It's also like the fair few people that will see that shit happening and like broaden that. Like for example, if Joey says that he likes Bochi the Rock, and like let's say Bochi the Rock is well respected, is a very good anime, people that aren't necessarily fans of Bochi the Rock, who sees Joey saying that for shit that he didn't even watch and shit, they're going to think, oh, he's just a blind hater. Oh, I mean, he's just a person that hates things he doesn't watch or like for absolutely no reason, or he intentionally misunderstands or misinterprets things just to clip farm. I'm gonna have a bad reaction to that. I'm gonna have a bad first impression to that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just bad for your character overall when people see you do that shit and you're being disingenuous about it. And you shouldn't be surprised if people don't like you for that. Now that's a hot take. I don't know if what I said is a hot take. Like I feel like if people see you being disingenuous, the only let's say community that is affected by your disingenuity aren't going to be the only one that'll hate you. You know, shit like that. Like, I don't know too much about Joey. Like I said, that's just my impression of him. That's just what it seems like. And it seems like a lot of people might agree with that. Did he really say that? Joey called Bochi's social anxiety unrealistic and made fun of it. Treats Bochi as over-the-top anxiety. Did he really say that? I mean, I'm not... Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Bochi the Rock, I watched all of it. Not my kind of anime. I thought some parts of it was funny and some parts of it was not. If I were to give it a rating, it would be like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. But I think, like, the anxiety that they show is very, like, you know, kind of accurate, especially if you live in Japan. Like, wasn't Joey raised by Japanese culture? I feel like he should get it. Right? It's of course, right? Like how Bochi overreacts, and like there are certain scenes where it's like animeified, but like I feel like the way it's portrayed is still kind of accurate despite like how some scenes go. You know what I mean? Sorry, just tuned in. What happened to Trash Taste? Oh, nothing happened to Trash Taste. We're just discussing about like the dynamic that Trash Taste has with its like members and shit like that. He's half Japanese but raised in Australia? Oh. I see. I see, okay. Yeah, I don't know, that's just what I thought of Joey when I first saw him. Like, well, sorry, not first. When I started listening to him. Because it's just that some of his takes that he says were kind of like, ooh, what is this? Elitism is why his channels don't reach high views no more? Shit, let's actually fucking watch that, okay? The Anime Man. I mean, it could be like different, to be fair. I think Joey just doesn't make videos anymore, and that's why his views have tanked. Yeah, look. He doesn't really upload that much anymore. Compared to Connor, who streams almost every day. And, let's say Gatekept. I don't know if that's the reason why he's, tanking. His videos are tanking, rather. I think it's more so just because of him not uploading as much. Yeah, even Gatekept uploads, like, twice as much as he does. Yeah, I think this is why. I don't know. Joey Bazinga? Bizinger. Or something. Oh, I'm guessing he uploads here? This looks like his vlog account more than anything, though. So I don't know if this counts. Joey has this apparel shop going on? Yeah. He has this, like, clothing store. So, you know. I don't think the views in here necessarily count. I really only count, like, main channel videos, to be fair. So anyway, chat, I think that's going to be, that's going to be all that we'll talk about for now. Here's what I want you bitches to do, right? The VTuber Awards. Okay? We're gonna start talking about this now. Cause not gonna lie, I am taking advantage of the dumpster fire that's happening in the Streamer Awards to release this, and I think you guys should put in your nominations. That would be cool of you guys to do, actually. Yeah, actually voted, bruh? Oh, good. It's actually nominations for now. So, like, this is not the actual votation phase, because here's what's gonna happen, right? This is, like, nomination phase. So you put in people that you think deserves to be in the nomination, to be nominated. And then after that, 2 weeks later, me, as well as like 4 other people, are going to look at the nominations and like filter through who has the most votes and choose among that who we think is the winner. And then we're going to announce we're going to set off the actual website where you guys are going to vote. At the end, I don't think this is gonna get any traction. I don't really care if I don't really care if it gets any traction. Like, I'm fully aware that this is mostly just a community thing, okay? Like, this is just, like, mostly us and, like, maybe a fair few bit of my friends. But that's just it. Like, this is not going to reach the greater VTuber industry. Yeah. Did you post on Discord? Yes, I actually even put an everyone sign. Like, I tagged everyone. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, that's basically just the goal of this whole thing. So, get Parrot involved. Oh, I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm going to try to. So, here's what's gonna happen, right? I'm going to input my nominations, and then we're going to like end the stream maybe because we need to sleep. It's like 10:52 where like EST people are. So, feeling this was hard. Oh, I know. Because it's nominations, yes, it is going to be hard because you actually have to think about who you think will win. But, you know, you don't have to input every single one. Like, for example, you don't have an answer for some things. You can leave it blank and just, you know, just shoo it, basically. Yeah. So, I'm going to fill this out and I'm going to let you guys know who I think this is deserving of these here, okay? We're going to do it right now. Let's see. Biggest crash out. Which moment a VTuber had the angriest and biggest and most explosive outburst? It's either TBH, it's either going to be Florks, or Zentreya. Right? Like, it's one of these two. Oh shit, true. Hachama too. Hachama. It's one of these three. Okay? Yeah. Florks. Okay, so basically what happened to Florks is basically his response toward Chachazilla was like a massive fucking crash out. A well-deserved crash out, yes, because Chachazilla is genuinely a piece of shit person. But I think that was funny, and it was very explosive, and that single-handedly ended Chacha. Well, okay, not single-handedly, but that started the spiral that ended Chachazilla's career, right? Zentreya against Nazis. I didn't expect the Nazi accusers. I didn't expect Zentreya to go off the deep end a little bit, but you know, Hachama was more sad than anything. So, I think Florks is going to have to take this one, TBH. Yeah, I think Florks. Best Twitter accounts, Twitter gimmick accounts rather. I would like to think that, it's either VTuber Feet Connoisseur or EB. I'm gonna be real with you. Or VTuber memes. Yep, it's one of these three. I think EB. Wait, no, fuck. Feet Connoisseur is also based. Yeah, EB. EB wins. VTuber ASMR fan. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Dark? I don't know if Dark is a gimmick account. I think Dark is just more so a Twitter fan more than anything. Yeah. Rock Solid or Trigger? Ooh. Best character design. Best character design. Okay. So, my take for best character design is somebody that I don't think, or I don't know if you guys recognize. There's this character, or there's this. Okay, I'm gonna open Twitter real quick. There's this like. Okay, I don't know if she's a small rigger because she's genuinely like a very popular one with like massive clients. But there's this VTuber named Mimyoy, and I think her character design is kind of fire. TBH. Like, you might not see it, but I actually think she's fucking cute. Like she's super fucking cute. You know? So I think I'm gonna put her here. TBH. I'm gonna put her here. Tweet of the year. Okay, I'm gonna leave this blank. Cause yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily a tweet. Like there's a lot of okay, actually no. Fuck. Counter argument XL9. Let me see. I'm open to having my mind changed. What the fuck? No, dude. Is this it? Is this how you... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Shondo's mail manager tweet. You guys remember this? It might be this one. This might be a contender here. You know what I mean? Yeah? Does outfits count? Yes, outfits 100% count. So I think that'll count. Hag of the year. Bonnie Barkswell. Okay. Lolly of the year, probably Bibu. Yes. Girl failure of the year. Okay, so at first I thought of putting Bao in here, but you know, I don't know. Let's leave girl failure of the year for... Oh, Nerissa. Oh, true, Nerissa. True. Saba? Oh, fuck, you're right, Saba. I think Saba embraces Lolly, a little bit of her Lolly identity a lot more. So I think Saba, might deserve that there. Girl Ball of the year, I'd 100% say it's Giga. Gremlin of the year, I'd nominate Gigi Morin, obviously. Biggest L of the year. Alright, chat. This is going to be controversial, okay? Is it Bao? Is it Shondo? Is it Iron Mouse? Who had the biggest L? Okay. Cinder? True, it could be Cinder. Endo. Oh fuck, there's also Endo. Oh fuck. Oh, there's also Reimu. Mom. No, yeah, I don't know, chat. I think Bao or Cinder. Yeah, look, I'm gonna argue against Cinder, okay? I think the reason why Bao did not necessarily have a big L was because Bao was the one that... Oh, sorry. Cinder was not the one that, like, committed the public mistake. Instead, other people had to do it for her. Like, people, like, you know, released a docu on her. She did not commit the L. Whereas Bao, she was the one that was actively saying things. And it backfired on her. Right? And besides, I think we're going to have Cinder be on a separate, like, category later. So I think Bao's, misogyny incident. Because, like, I think Bao should have just shut up. I think she just needed to shut up. That's it. Yeah. What about Cha-Cha? Oh, we're going to get into that later. Yeah. Let's see. Fattest W of the year. Fattest W. Fattest W. Which moment made you kneel to the VTuber out of sheer respect? Xando? I don't know about that. Nimi getting married? Oh, true. Kason grilling the... Wait, no. I don't know if that's necessarily... Yeah, okay, Nimi. Nimi. Here's my argument as to why I think this is like a W. Nimi knows that doing that would have probably killed her, killed a lot of her parasocial and whales. She fucking did it anyway. I think like that begets a lot of respect. I think that's like a courageous thing a VTuber can do. Right? And I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot. The lore drop, yeah. Are you sure? I'd say you're better to wait and find out how it goes. You mean Nimi? I think it's not going to... I think it's not like, you know, I don't think she's getting fucked on that, yeah. By that, rather. Biggest cat fight of the year. And obviously, you guys know my answer. Ririgaki versus Elfin Psyop, okay? That's just what it is. Yes. LootTuber of the year? Yeah, I mean, obviously, Project Melody. I mean, duh, right? But at the same time, it could be Cottontail. Or it could be Saraway. Okay, let's say Melody for now. Let's say Melody for now. Yeah. No Via Lure? Fuck, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really only watched like 2 of the Via Lure girls. So, you know, I'm not the best judge for that. So what we're gonna do is, you guys nominate your Via Lure people so that we can see and judge, right? Really, the reason why I put Project Melody in here is that he collabed with like that one Genshin Impact porn animator, and I thought that was pretty based. Isn't Imi the largest in Via Lore? I think so. God Empress of Sex, the VTuber with the sexiest aura that isn't a lead VTuber. Mint Fantome. You already know this. You already guys know my opinion on this. But at the same time, it could be... Yeah, Mint Fantome. Yeah. Vichineko? Yes, Vichineko. Iris? Oh, true, Iris. Ah, fuck. No, it has to be. No, it has to be Mint. Look, it has to be Mint. It has to be Mint. Yeah. Graduation of the year. My nomination goes to Fulgur Ovid. I would like to think. Melody and Vichineko was peak. Oh, yeah, no, 100% that was peak. I wish the sax lasted longer, though. I think most of it was, a lot of the thing that was in that video was mostly just, like, edging. Okay, not edging, sorry. Foreplay. I don't think there was too much action that I think was worth gooning to, but I think it was still good. Yeah. Up-and-coming corpos. There's a lot of this, TBH. Let's see. There's V-Zatsu. This is the only ones that I know of. There could be more, right? But you know, like I said, I keep my finger on the pulse for a lot of these things. Let's see. There's V-Zatsu. There's Luminara. There's Aurelium. We'll count. Okay, variants. Yes, variants. There's Chroma Shift, I guess, because it is a rebrand. But oh, there's also Echo Pulse. Yeah. Is Dinsatsu? Oh, true. I mean, fuck, they're a friend group, right? Stellarverse. True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna count Stellarverse. Glitch Stars? I think Glitch Stars was last year. Fuck it. Let's excuse me. Puh. Yeah, I don't know. VTards was an insane saga. True. Fuck, I don't know, chat. I don't know who to vote for this. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that these people exist, and so if you wanna make your nomination, put your nomination in. Yeah, put your nomination in. I'm sure some of you guys watch some of the VTubers that are in here. Actually, even the person that I voted for, this Mimi person, she is part of Rillium. So maybe you guys wanna do that. Stellarverse is also pretty. Variance was also pretty good. Echo. Pass the link. Oh, it's in the chat. It's I pinned it in the chat. Yeah, whatever. A React Tuber of the Year. Alright, chat. Who's the best React Tuber? It's going to be probably divisive because we have like a handful of good React Tubers that we have. There's Smug. There's Kitsu, there's Skuchan, there's Filian. Oh, I guess Filian is yes. Yeah, there's also Rima. Okay. I don't think I was like I don't think I can consider myself a React tuber, tbh. I barely react to stuff, not that much. Aqua, yeah, there's also Aqua and Chacha. There's also Leaflet, yes, Leaflet, or I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yeah, there's a lot of React tubers, so you guys gonna have to put your nominations in. Me personally, I watch Kitsu's reactions the most, but you guys are free to, or maybe Scoot too. I watch a lot of Scoot-chan too. So you know what? Put in your nominations. It's just nominations, so there's a lot. There's still a lot. Okay, ASM Artist of the Year. For me personally, same picks as every single year. Miori Celesta or Nene Anamano. I am yet to find a single fucking VTuber that can beat these two. Okay? Especially in the mainstream side of things. I was still upset that fucking Fauna won ASM Artist of the Year back in 2024, even though Fauna didn't make those even though Fauna didn't make ASMR anymore. But me personally, Miori Celesta. I vote Miori. I think Miori is okay. Look, a little teaser. Okay, they're both bangers, chat. They're both bangers. I just think I like Miori's ASMR a lot more, cause I think I vibe with her personality a lot. Like she's a little bit more on the unhinged side, whereas unhinged, like sexy, flexible girl that you can like imagine you can genuinely want to fuck or something, right? Whereas I think the problem with Nene Amano is, yes, she does fulfill her role playing a lot, but I think her rigidness when it comes to role playing, yes, she can role play her character, her angel character, really good, really proper, but I think that rigidness doesn't allow for flexibility. So me personally, yes, Miori Celesta. That's just me though. Hidden Gem Award, which 2view VTuber deserves more spotlight? I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to nominate one for me, okay? Because I don't think I watched too much 2views. What are you counting as hidden gems? Basically 2views. Like people that have like 99 viewers below. Basically. I can't think of any I can't think of any 2views right now for some reason. Mom at Cookie Box? Oh. I see. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, I don't know if I have a good nomination for that, but if you guys do, I'm sure some of you guys do. Lulu Lasso? Oh shit! Yeah, Obake Palm, Lulu Lasso. I didn't know they were 2views. Mio and Akuma. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Mio and Akuma. Horori. Oh, I also know Horori. Okay. Oh, news. Oh, true. Okay, true. Okay, I love news. Let's put her here. Obligatory. Yes, obviously. Duh. Daughter of the year. Daughter of the year. My nomination goes for Nuro-sama. Wife of the year. Bibu? Oh, fuck! Oh, God. Do we go for daughter bait or do we go for like the actual robot daughter? Oh, God. Oh, God. Who deserves it, chat? Who deserves it? Sorry, Pebbles. I have to go for Nuro here. Okay? Especially because I just made a video about her. So, Nuro is an actual daughter. True. Nuro is an actual daughter, whereas Bibu is daughter bait. So, yes. But at the same time, I do understand that Bibu incites a lot of your parental energy. Some of you guys might even consider her daughter wife, if that makes sense, okay? So I get it. Like, I get the vision. Like, I foresee you. Okay? Okay. Wife of the year. My nomination for wife of the year is Crony. Somebody needs to marry that woman. Okay? Yes, okay, maybe some of you might say Nerissa because, baby fever. Yes, you want to wife her up. Yes, you want to marry her. Yes, some of you might say Matara. But Crony, I don't know. I see Crony, I think of wife. I'm gonna be real with you, bros. I have to nominate Crony. Like, something about Crony just makes you kind of want to wife her up. You know what I mean? Chaos Incarnate. Okay. Chaos Incarnate. Probably going to be Gigi or Pipa. Right? Right? Is Shiori? Yeah, I guess Shiori is also a valid nomination. Yeah. Oh, Mari too. Okay, true. Actually, no, Mari. No. Mari. I have to nominate Mari. I'm sorry. I watched too much of this bitch to not nominate her. Okay? Yeah. Schizo Award. The most edgy, fucking Elfin Psyop. Duh. Elfin Psyop. Yep. We do need that. We need that here. Best fan base. Best fan base. Best fan base. Excuse me. I'm actually genuinely thinking about this. Who do I want to nominate for best fan base? Fuck, dude. Fuck. No, I can't nominate myself. It would be weird. Dragoons? Sure, we can vote for Dragoons, but at the same time, I feel like... Like, I feel like the Swarm is... Wait, Okay, look. Scarlings, Dragoons, Swarm. Okay? Oof. Pyro Pups? Oh, actually, you know what? Despite the... Wait. Yeah, I can actually respect, like, the dedication that Pyro Pups have for Cinder. So, they could be a contender here. But at the same time, though, Scarlings and Dragoons and Swarms are also pretty good fucking contenders. Fuck it, I'm going for Scarlings. No, chat, I'm sorry, I'm going for Scarlings. I think it's fascinating that Scarlet herself is an island in Nijisanji. Scarlings are the only different fan base that is not really part of the greater Nijisanji community. Right? So I think Scarlings kind of deserve this nomination. But again, if you disagree, you can put your nominations in. I'm not the only person that's gonna, like... I say it in my... Okay, where is it? Where is it? Depressed Nasagi. I made this in my post. I made this in my post, right? I'm not the only person that's gonna think, that's gonna decide on the win. It's gonna be me and 4 other people. I originally thought of 4, but then I thought, oh, actually, we need 1 more for the tiebreaker. And it's 50% panelist vote and 50% fan votes. So your votes is actually still important, to be fair. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Menhera of the Year. The most entertaining mentally ill VTuber that... Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna put Shondo in here. Okay. Yes. Shondo. Shiori. I don't know if Shiori is actually mentally ill. But like Shondo though, I think Shondo is an easy nomination, an easy pick. Mikineko? I can't. Yes, sort of. Despite, I mean, isn't he like, at the same time, she's kind of an abuser, no? So, I don't know about that. Yeah, I have to give it to Shondo. Rising Star. 3 view VTubers that produce the best content. I'm sure some of you guys know who you guys want to vote for. But, you know. Oh, yeah, besides, Mikineko is also like Japanese, so no Japanese. That's Peyo? I don't know. Nana Asteria? Oh, fuck! Yes! I love this bitch. I love Nana Asteria. Yes, I'm gonna nominate Nana Asteria, okay? I love that bitch. Let's see. Corpo of the Year excluding Hololive. Oh, Sydney, thanks for the super chat. I tried not to watch Niji but couldn't make myself abandon Scarlet. I like her too much. I can cope by saying I still but stuff from other bad corpos. Oh, that's fine. Don't let... Yeah, so Scarlet is happy where she is. And if that means making Niji Sanji a little bit... How do I want to say this? You're fine. Like, supporting Scarlet is fine. Right? Like, yeah, you're fine. Corp of the Year, Face Connect. Yeah. I am excluding Hololive from this, by the way, because I know, we all know fucking Hololive is gonna win, okay? It's just not what's gonna happen. Comeback of the Year. VTubers involved in drama or caught in corpo disasters and bounced back better than ever. Who is this? Let's see. Comeback. Ike? No, I have my answer. It's Takahata. It has to be Takahata, right? Bro, in May 2025, March 2025, or somewhere along those lines, bro got accused of being a rapist, made a Google Doci, immediately fucking redeemed himself. Yes, I made a video about it, if you guys want to watch, like, the entire situation. I made, like, a whole video about it, so, you know, you guys can tune into that one, right over here. Yeah, so I think, like, I think this is fair. I think Takahata deserves that nomination. But at the same time, I can agree with like Cinder, or Sandu. But at the same time, I don't know if we can still consider Simber having a comeback. I don't think so. Not yet, at least. Yeah. Reincarnation of the Year. I think Nimi. Deserves this, right? Because I would put Gura in here, Saba, but Saba still has a little bit of the same problems. I would also think, okay, let's put in fucking... What about Doobie? Doobie also still has a little bit of the same problems. I think the only one that's like relatively more consistent is Ainimi. So I think Nimi. Yeah, I think Nimi. Biggest nothing burger. Biggest nothing burger. Okay. I know who to nominate here. Chachazilla. So fuck that person. Yeah, 100%. Yes. Yep. The Hochimachi Award. Oh, by the way, this is banger. Okay, this is a banger name for me. The Hochimachi Award, which is basically who is the best singer. Who do you guys think is the best singer? I would put Nerissa in here. Or I don't know. And Ian, yes, Ian. It has to be Ian. Risu? Has Risu sung lately? Sayla Van Ridian. Oh, that's the Rillium girl. Saba? Fomoko? Sheena. Yeah, sorry, I have to put it to Herb. Yeah, I have to give it to her. I think she deserves it. Yep. Moment of the year. Oh, I know. Doom by Raura v Kiara. Yes, okay. I think I like that clip a lot. I think that clip has become like kind of legendary in Hololive scene. Yes. I think we can all agree with that. What do you mean, Doom? Yeah, exactly. Parent of the year? Well, definitely Nanoless isn't getting this one. Puh. Parent of the year. Parent of the year. Do you want to give it to Diarico? Or I haven't seen any. I mean, I have, but like it's far and few between. I haven't seen any Iron Vertex work as of late. Okay, yeah, not actual parent. Parent like mama or papa, like rigger or artist. Yes. Okay, we'll get back into this later. Twin Tails, Asagi. No, JP, please. I would vote for Asagi, but rules are rules. No, JP. Yappiest yapper. Which VTuber whose tangents and ceaseless yapping only serves to make you love them even more? Okay. Who we putting? Some of you guys are gonna say Cecilia. Some of you guys are gonna say Crony. Some of you guys are gonna say Panko. Or whoever the case might be. Barry or Scoo? I can agree with Scoo. Chisaka Airi? Nope, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cecilia. This is my nomination, so I have to put Cecilia in here. I would put Kiara, but Cecilia is my girlfriend, so you know what you know. Let's see. You guys can, like I said, chat, you guys can nominate your shit. Clique of the year, which is basically just a group. Okay. Kiara and her Maldive harem, or Justice, or Advent. Densatsu? Oh shit, yeah, Densatsu too. Fuck. The Aqua friend group is also valid, but I don't know. Fuck, I'm gonna put Advent. Sorry, bros. Yeah, Advent. Mr. Penis Haver, Gerard, obviously. Gerard. Wait, no. Actually, just... Nope, Advent. Yep. Advent. Mr. Penis Haver, Gerard. Okay. Drama of the year. The biggest, most impactful and industry-renowned drama. Okay, look, chat. Look. Is it because he's Pinoy? No, I just recognize him the most. V Shoujo Collapse, Cinder, and the 1,000 page Google Docu. Oof. V Shoujo, no doubt. Yeah, true. Actually, you know what? What was I even fucking thinking? Of course, it's the V Shoujo Collapse. Yeah. Okay. VTuber of the year. Alright, bro, this is going to be a complicated one. Who is VTuber of the year? I think it's Mint or it's Gigi. Yes. Yes. Yes, Iron Mouse did her charity, earned like 500k, raised almost $1 million. Yes, Calliope Mori got featured in like one of the bigger shonen animes and got herself like entire shit. But you know, no, I'm giving it to Mint. Fuck it, I'm giving it to Mint. Yeah. Sorry, Mint. Mint is. Can we vote for ID people? Sure, yeah. They are like relatively like a lot of them are English speaking a lot of the time. So yeah, I would say so. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Nuro-sama is also like a valid pick here. I would like to think TBH. Yeah. You can only choose one, too. Me personally, thighs. I love my thighs. And I submit. And there we go. I have voted. I have done my job. No neck, no tummy. I'm pretty sure there's tummy. I forgot to put tummy. Fuck. Sorry. Oh well. No back? Yep, no back. Jesus, you guys want more, huh? Jesus Christ. But that's it. That is actually it. Question, if Suisei wins the Suisei Award, what will you do? Oh, she's not gonna win because we're immediately gonna disqualify her. We're not, none of that, bro. None of that. And I think that's gonna be it, chat. Yippee. Yee fucking pee. But why? Oh, the award is literally named after her. And no JP VTubers allowed. Okay, I have to explain why, right? But the problem with continue, yes. The problem with yeah, there we go. Response has been recorded. There we go. The problem with me including JP VTubers is that it expands our like scope to include literally every single one in JP. Then I have to think about like the people in Inichisanji. Then I have to think of JP artists and like the groups in JP and all this sort of shit. And I don't think I want to bother with that. Like we had the same complaints when we saw fucking Kuzuha, for example, in the VTuber awards that Filian had. And I'm like, why the fuck is Kuzuha here? He's so out of touch, out of place. So I feel like I wanted to avoid that. So, you know, mostly just going to throw it in for JP. Me putting in the Hoshimachi award is a tribute to Suisei though. Because I think like whenever there is going to be like a music related award for a VTuber, Suicide is going to straight up fucking take it. So I might as well just give the honor to somebody else that isn't Suicide. Yeah, it's a can of worms, exactly. It is a can of worms. Like, that's why I kind of want to limit the scope to that. So, and I think that's it. Right? I think that's it. So, we're going to end the stream here, bros. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for coming into the stream. And the people that donated and the people that joined my membership. Thank you all for coming. Let's see. Who do you want to raid? Oh, Noose is streaming, right? Yeah. I'm gonna send you guys over to Noose now. Okay. Is Noose still streaming? Oh, fuck, she's not streaming anymore. Oh, yes, she is. Yes, she is. So, that's going to be it, chat, I think. Yeah. So, bye-bye. Please, Dian, I need this. Need what? Wait, I didn't see your shit, bro. Yeah. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Womp womp.